Hi everybody, Dr. Kerry Yerkew here, and today I'm just giving you an update on how the book writing process is going. We're getting down to the wire, about 7 days to go, and I keep updating the manuscript every day to adjust the images, adjust the hyperlinks, adjust the spacing, so we're kind of down to the fine details. I just want to share that with you. So I'm going to switch cameras here, and what we're looking at here is the manuscript of Joint Journey. Now this is the paperback version, and then the hardcover is right here. And I'm just going to compare the two and quickly run through it to see if there's any errors. And I'm doing this just so you understand the book writing process better in case you're aspiring to write your own book. There is a way that Amazon likes the format of the book. So as I go through the next week, I'll keep you updated on different topics of how to upload the book. I look for the table of contents, make sure that that looks good and the page numbers line up. So might have to tweak this now because I made some adjustments. Let's go with chapter 5, should be on page 35. So as I go through this, I'll just stop at chapter 5 and see what that looks like. This spacing could change right there, so that's probably something I need to do. Okay, I like the hyperlinks in blue with the underline, like that. This could come up, the spacing there for that image. Chapter 5 is on 34, so the numbering needs to change, so I'm going to go back into the manuscript right after this video and update the numbering. Hyperlinks are good here. I like that. So if you're in Kindle, you can easily click and go to the article, the reference article. And images are looking good. That image is quite large, but I like the color of it. That image looks good to me. Again, the spacing, maybe reducing one space. This one is in good alignment, like that. This chapter looks good to me. I spaced that one. That looks good to me. And that image, I adjusted that. That looks good as well. This could be spaced better, and if I do that, it might change the page numbering again. So I might go back in there. There's enough time to change the spacing just so it's a little easier to read. And I did a little bit bigger font, 13 points. This image could come over a little bit on page 120. But I did 13 points instead of 12 points just to make it a little bit easier to read in Times New Roman. So I used that font for this. And those are about equal. I like that. I adjusted this image, but there's a little too much space there. So again, just getting rid of 1 or 2 lines if possible. There was a blank page there. Might try to get rid of that. Page 163. Again, when you make these changes, what happens is sometimes it affects the other parts of the document, and then it gets pretty tricky. This looks like it's one extra space there in the title, so I might want to change that. And oops, we went way up here. I'm going to get back down to about here. Just use the buttons. Oops, still not doing it right. I'm going to quickly scoot down to page around the 90 mark right there. Okay, I'm just going to go like this with my mouse instead of clicking so much. And that's good. I like that. I adjusted that image, so that turned out pretty good. The recipes, that looks good to me. 7-day exercise plan, that looks good with the yoga. Time management, yeah. So that looks really good. Now I'm going to quickly scoot over here to the hardcover and let's just go down. I'll try and use the cursor for this one. Yeah. So let's see how the hardcover lines up. I've noticed similarities between the soft and the paperback and the hardcover. There's that spacing again. So it looks like it's going to be the same size, and I don't have to compare the versions. I think it's going to be around the same type of alignment for both, but I'm just double checking because I've never done a hardcover before, so I want to make sure that the hardcover and the paperback alignment and images are really good. This is the first time I've done so many images. I included 1 or 2 in black and white on the last book. I'd like to see a little more spacing here between the paragraphs. Probably gonna go back and do that one. May have to wait till later today or tomorrow for that. Make sure the font looks the same. This one looks like it might be Courier instead of Times New Roman, so I'll just go and double check that later as well. And I'll use this video to go back and check. Alignment of that anti-inflammatory food graphic can be shifted over to the right a bit. That looks good. We're in the middle of the book now. That graphic image is pretty good. I like the hyperlinks again. That looks good to me. This image could come up a little bit right there, but we said that on the paperback as well. So it looks like I can make that adjustment once and save 2 versions. Same with the blank page right there. Everything else is looking pretty good. Yeah, I might want to check the bold and the underlines just to make sure they're consistent. Right here they are, but throughout the document, just the bolds and the underlines. I think I'm going to take off the bold for the people's names, but keep the bold for any activities like that. So I think if I have enough time, I'll get to that in the next couple days. So that looks really good to me. So I'm going to go back and make those adjustments now and get the page numbering straightened out, and then I should be able to review this later, save a draft copy. I'll try to show you the back end of Kindle, how that works with one of the videos this week, just in case you're interested, and see how the cover gets saved, and then all the rights and the pricing and all that, because the first time I did this, it was pretty daunting task to figure it all out. I watched a ton of YouTube videos and had to learn from them. Now it's kind of coming back to me, even though I haven't written a book in 2 years. It's kind of like, riding a bike. It's coming back to me on how I need to adjust things. I've learned a few new things this time, which is good. And so, yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. Thanks for following me. The book will be released on November 15th on Amazon, and the cutoff date for me is November 9th, so about 1 week from now.